Good intergalactic day to those who are passing by here in this matrix. On January 21st, Tuesday, I hope you have enjoyed these 48 delicious hours that we have gone through, because today everything will be itching. Itching, girl. You know when. It seems that we are going to be out of place and that everything seems to be wrong. Kind of out of tune. Well, pay attention here. I said it seems, and it was on purpose. We are talking about an illusion prepared for you. It will work as an oasis of water in the desert. You know that feeling. That feeling of when we want something very much and you think you saw it right ahead. But when you go to check it, it's not exactly what you expected. I'm calling attention to this because the energy will be poking you to make you waste time checking things that are not there. The hypocrisy of life is that this energy is so powerful that it can be entering your mind now, at this very moment, to tell you that what I'm telling you is that it's an illusion. So be very careful. A tip here is to write the word illusion in your palm or put a big, I like that, with the purpose of reminding you throughout the day, every time something happens to try to kidnap your attention, so that you check first if it is real, or if it can be a countdown, prepared to spend your time, your energy to drain you, a factoid, so that you don't pay attention to what you really need to pay attention to today, which is the present and the good things that are inserted in this day today. It may be that now you are asking yourself, okay, but what do I do with my work and all the problems? The answer is, interact with them as if you were defending a formative thesis. You research the arguments together, prepare yourself. Then you appear to make this defense. Let's tell you that we need at least 3 days to settle an information. That comes to move and make it turbulent inside. The feeling of urgency that often hits. It is part of the illusion to make you react in an instantaneous and impossible way. Very few problems really need instantaneous intervention. The recipe is to manage our anxiety. If you can put yourself in the example of the thesis, it can be easier for you to hold on. Because I imagine that I am also imagining. It may be that I am wrong, that you would not like to introduce yourself without being prepared, considering the damage that this could cause you, right? So imagine postponing the formative because you introduced yourself without introducing yourself, because you were too anxious and went out to get your feet wet by your hands, talking about things you were not sure about. In life, it is the same thing. When we act by impulse, the damage is often more difficult to fix than to kindly ask for a few minutes to be able to breathe, mature the ideas. A few days for us to be able to prepare and understand with emotional distance everything that the situation is presenting to us. Remember, your time is yours.
Sky of January 24th, 2025, this Tuesday brings a very significant change in the panorama because the moon rises there around the degree 27 of Libra and then begins to form a quadrature with Mars in Cancer. And remembering that as the moon is the natural regent of Cancer, it becomes the disposer of this Mars, which puts a little more firewood on this fire on our most impatient side. And we still have another reinforcement in quotes, which is the conjunction between the Sun and Pluto, which is in the first degrees of Aquarius, right at the beginning, but still being part of this whole quadrature with the moon and Mars. So once again, we need discernment to, let's say, focus our attention on the beautiful sextile, beautiful and smooth sextile, which is happening between Mercury in Capricorn and the Venus and Saturn duo in Pisces. And with that, it is worth it for us to try to direct our attention a little to that softer side, to empty a little of this emotional disturbance that the quadrirure can bring.
Perfect. Summarizing this Tuesday, you who arrived here a short time ago, you are very welcome to come every day from 6 a.m. We release the astral bulletins for you to understand how the energy of the day is, according to the astrological view, and there is always a message from the stars to show us how we can go through this path in the best possible way, always focusing on entering this flow of nature. 2. If something takes you off course today, remember to stop, breathe. You don't need to react at the same time. Count about 72 hours before taking an attitude, and you will see how powerful this time is, how it acts in our favor. If these astral bulletins have helped you, have brought any kind of comfort, how about you share it? Send it to someone you think will help too. Let's do it? I do an optimistic Tuesday out there, which I do here. See you tomorrow.